pleased to announce that after extensive negotiations, EMD Serrano, the largest fertility drug manufacturer in the world, has agreed to provide massive discounts to all fertility drugs they sell in the United States, including the most popular drug of all, the IVF drug Go-Nal-F.
6:30 here in Washington tonight. That was the president just a little while ago announcing new action from the federal government on in vitro fertilization, otherwise commonly known as IVF. The new guidance includes a deal with the pharmaceutical company EMD Serrano for discounted prices on IVF drugs, an effort by the FDA to expedite the removal and approval process for new IVF drugs, and guidance to employers to cover IVF on company insurance plans. Basically, the administration standing behind the principle. With us now, once again, here on the Hill, he is the commissioner of the Food and Drug Administration, live with us tonight from the North Lawn, Dr. Marty Makary. Doctor, there was that big announcement in the Oval. I appreciate you coming out to the camera tonight. Explain it. What happened?
Well, it was a milestone moment, Blake, for the country. You know, 8 out of 10 couples will struggle with infertility, and so there are many couples that are going to be looking to this as a potentially promising treatment, where we have got a new medication now that's going to be under review at the FDA in our new expedited pathway. We've got a reduction in prices of the common hormones that are used, the Go-Nal-F hormone that the president just mentioned, and also another common therapy. The price is going to be cut significantly. We're talking about a price cut from $242 down to as low as $10. So for the many couples, and the correct number, I'm sorry, is 1 in 8 couples struggles with infertility in the United States. For many of those families, this is a significant game-changing moment, because the affordability crisis of IVF results in reduced access. So we're both increasing affordability and access of IVF and creating a legal pathway for it to be an employer benefit for employer-sponsored health plans.
When do you get there on the pricing? Because as you know, Doctor, the president had said in the home stretch of the campaign that this would be free, that this would be nationwide and free. You didn't get there now, and so when people hear about the reduced prices, when does that come, and do you think you ever get to a point where this is free nationwide?
Well, look, going from $242 down to $10 is such a significant reduction in price.
No, I'm not downplaying that. I'm just wondering when you get there.
Well, look, this is delivering on a promise. You're going to have a tremendous amount of families in the United States now that are going to be able to be within reach. This is going to be available to them, affordable, accessible. Remember, many families need to go through multiple cycles.
Yeah.
So if you talk about a $5,000 cycle and having to go through that, not only the pain and trauma, but going through that 3, 5, 10 times, there's not just the emotional toxicity, there's the financial toxicity, which as of today is significantly reduced. Remember, many drugs in the United States, one by one, the pharmaceutical CEOs are coming into the White House and they're announcing massive reductions. We're talking about taking the price of drugs from the thousands down to the tens of dollars, and that's something we're seeing broadly.
Yeah, look, I mean, when I talk to my friends about this, I have young kids. My friends, a lot of them have kids. You hear stories about IVF, and obviously it is a challenge for parents and young women and their families, especially, to go through this. And the hope that it brings for so many, obviously, it's a big deal. Let me ask you, part of this involves Trump RX. How big do you expect that to get in the coming years?
Well, look, if you like healthcare's middlemen, then Trump RX is not for you. But if you want to bypass the giant middlemen of healthcare and go direct, this is an opportunity to do that. Now, it's not the government selling the medications directly to you. It's curating where these incredible low prices are going to be, and there will be links to be able to get people those medications directly. And that has long been seen as a major health reform that is necessary, and there's been conversations about it, but you've never seen it happen until now. And I will say something else. We are at the FDA going deep into the pipeline of what's out there to find out what are the most amazing and potentially promising treatments, and we're bringing those treatments to the front of the line. Any treatment that meets a large unmet public health need, or is going to result in domestic manufacturing, or affordable prices where the price is going to be equalized with other wealthy countries around the world, what we call most favored nation status pricing. These are the president's national priorities, and we are identifying incredible treatments for blindness, for deafness, for pancreatic cancer, for type 1 diabetes. A company that's going to make Augmentin, a popular antibiotic, now in the United States. That's a national security issue. So this national priority voucher program at the FDA really goes out, it proactively identifies these potentially promising treatments.
You know this, but I want to leave our audience with this image. The U.S. birth rate has been steadily declining and rapidly. I think Elon Musk believes this is one of the great issues of our time. And obviously, the announcement today could potentially address just that.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.